Are you interested in coding? Or try to learn? Tried and tired of monitoring website hacks? Don't worry, you're here in the right place. Welcome to Coder Crash. Hello friends, in today's video we are going to see about class in C and C++. So without any delay, let us go into the video. In today's video, we are going to talk about what is class and objects and its declaration. At last, we'll see what is access specifiers and its types. I understand this all terms can be so new to you, you may not be familiar with this, but don't worry, you can master this class with no time. Class. A class in C++ is the building block that leads to object-oriented programming. We've already seen in our previous video in this playlist that C is structure-oriented programming language and C++ is object-oriented programming language. Class in C++ makes it to differ from C, and it made C++ to be an object-oriented programming language. It is a user-defined data type which holds its own data members and member function which can be accessed and used by creating an instance of that class. A class is typically a user-defined data type. Like we've already seen certain data types like integer, float, characters and all. This class can be mentioned as a user-defined data type. And this class can hold its own data members and also functions. Not only we can store variables and also we can define certain functions which can be accessed and used by creating an instance of that class. Objects. Objects are instance of the class. The object is the actual component of the program, while the class specifies how instances are created and how they behave. These objects are also called as real-time entities. So for the better understanding, I've already said that class is a user-defined data type. So if we compare it with the actual data types, like in terms of variables, a class would be the type and an object would be the variable. Okay, you may wonder why this class is needed. You may feel that you may feel it like a little bit complicated. Let us consider a class of student of 50 to 100 people, and for each and every student we have to maintain a certain record. That's fine. We can we have to create a number of variables for each and every student, or else we can use an array. Still, they are not ordered, they are not true. So here's when our class comes and helps us to group this data into a particular name. So first let us see the syntax of this class. Classes are defined with keyword class. Declaration of class. First we have to use the keyword class, and following it we have to mention the class name. And inside the curly brackets we can mention our data members and member function. Data members are nothing but variables declared inside the class, and member functions are functions that are declared inside the class. Yes, we can declare and define function inside the class. Okay, and we have a new word here, that is access specifier colon, and we are declaring a member within that access specifier, and access specifier 2 and colon, we are declaring some other member inside that access specifier. So you may wonder what this access specifier is. We will see that, and at last we'll close the curly brackets and we'll define an object name. This object helps us to access the class members and member function. Yes, it may feel something similar to structure. Yes, we're going to create object like a structure object to access the data members and member function. So classes have the same format as plain data structures, except that they can also include functions and this new thing is called access specifiers. Like I already said, this may feel somewhat similar to structures. Displaying all data structures is nothing but the structures we've already seen in previous video. Okay, except these classes include functions. Like you can define function, declare function, and this new thing called access specifier, which made it special from structures. An access specifier is one of the following three keywords. Either it can be private, public, or protected. These specifiers modify the access right for the members. So private, public, protected. Private member of a class are accessible only from within other members of the same class or from their friends. Okay, this friends we can see in the coming videos. What is a friend function and all. So private member of class accessible only from within other members of the same class. That is, private members cannot be accessed outside the class. They are not known outside the class. Now let us come to the second type of access specifier, that is protected. Protected members are accessible from other members of the same class and also from members of their derived classes. Like private members are only available or only visible or only accessible within the same class, and protected members are accessible within this class and also from the derived classes. Okay, now you may wonder what is derived class. As for derived classes, we'll see a separate video in the inheritance so that you could understand what is the derived classes means. As for now, I'll give you a simple explanation. That is, we have an actual class. First, we have declared a class. From the class, we are going to create another class with having some of the properties of this class. Child classes also can be called as child classes. So it actually means we are going to create another class with the properties of the first class, the actual class. You will see in detail what is derived classes, what is inheritance in the coming video. Right? For your understanding, just keep in mind that protected members are accessible from other members of the same class and also from members of their derived classes. Next type and the last type is public members are accessible from anywhere where the object is visible, that is throughout the program. Public members are accessible anywhere in the program. Normally we are going to declare members inside the classes, and if we give access specifier as public, that data members or that member function can be accessed throughout the program. Like we can access it from the main function and also from other classes, other function, other user defined function, everywhere. And let us see how this practically works, like how we are going to declare a class and how we can declare access specifier and how this access specifiers work. Let us create a class for maintaining student detail. For that, let me include iOS string, and then I'm going to include another header file called string. Okay, string means nothing but a group of characters. So I've not made a video in topic string, but if you want, please mention it in the comment so that I could make it also available for you. In this video, we'll have some basic knowledge of what is string, and if you need a separate video, just mention it. After that, we usually mention using namespace std, and now we are going to declare a class called student. Inside the curly braces, we are going to declare data members and member function. As for now, we just declare data members. Okay, normally we'll have the roll number and mark. Let us include 2 marks. and this string is another data type, so we can mention string as a data type. And now we are going to declare a string. Let us give name, given string name, fine. And now we are going to declare object. So now I haven't mentioned any access specifier in the function. So now I didn't declare any access specifier to this data members. I didn't mention any access right for this. So let us see what happens. Declare main function. Now we are going to access this member. So let me give the roll number as 1 and s dot mark 1. Let us give 89. S dot mark 2 equal to 20. S dot name. Let us give something called Tom. Okay. Now let us print these details. So detail new line. First let us print s dot number and s dot mark 1 plus s dot mark 2. Basically that is total. After that let us print s dot name. Okay, you don't have to print in the same order. At last let us start in C2. Okay. Now let us try to execute this program, compile and run. Now we are having an error, that is student number is private. Not only student number is private, every other data members we have declared is private, because if you are not going to mention any access specifier to a data member, the compiler automatically considers it as a private member. So now let us give an access specifier, that is public, and then let us try to execute this program. Now we are getting output. So let me first expand this for you. So here is your output. We have got that detail, that is first is roll number, second one is total, and the name is printed. Considering string, there are a lot of functions we can do with strings, like we can copy a value of a string to another string, and also we can join two strings. There are a lot of functions in strings. So if you want me to do a video, just leave a comment and let me know if you want that. Okay, now coming to classes. Now we have a basic idea how this class works. So instead of doing this total here, add a function here called function sum. Okay, since it is since mark 1 and mark 2 are public, we can access it within this function. So first let us declare a variable called sum. It's going to be the return value and sum equal to mark 1 plus mark 2, and return sum. Now in the main function, let us call this function. Now we are not declaring total inside the class, so let us declare a variable called total here, and total equal to, let us call the function. So to call a function also we have to mention the object of the class so that the compiler knows that this function is present inside the class. Let us simply call this function, and now let us try to execute this program. See, we have got our output and we have got the same value. So this is how we can access the member of the class and member function of the class. Also, you can declare an object as an array. So let us give 3 value so that we can access it for 3 times. Let us include a for loop in I, initial variable I equal to 0, I less than 3, and I plus plus. Now, inside this loop, let us give first the information, detail, and let us get the value of s of I dot number, and now we've got our values, and total equal to s of I dot sum. We'll call this function, and also let us print the total here itself. A new line. Okay. Let us print total. We'll remove this output statement. And now, let us try to execute this program. You can see it is asking for student detail. So first roll number, then name, and we have to give 2 marks. Let us give 90 and 79. We've got the total here and asking again for another student detail because we have created object as an array of size 3, so it will ask for 3 times. So next roll number is 2, and let us give as Tony, and we have got a total. And again, let's give the third value, and Steve, let's give 89 and 90. We've got our total. So today, here is a note for you that any member that is declared before any other access specifier has private access automatically. While we've already seen this while typing the code. And also, an object is an instant of a class. When a class is defined, no memory is allocated, but when it is instantiated, memory is allocated. So without object, class have no value. That is the actual point of this class. Okay, then a problem for you to try: create student details using class, that is define name, mark 1, mark 2, mark 3 variables, total as member, and define function total as member function. So this is the exact program we've already seen. So try for yourself, and if you have any doubt, discuss it in the comment. Try using other functions like calculating the average or calculating the rank of the student using array as an object. So thank you everyone for watching this video. If you like it, please do like and comment in the comment section and share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel Code Scratch. If you don't like the video, please mention it in the comment section so that I can rectify the next video. Hope you all liked it, and please stay tuned for the next videos.